Taurus, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That said, this reading is about what's hidden from you and what it is that you need to know about what's hidden from you. So you might not know if it resonates, so it might be worth checking out your other placements just in case. There will be definitely a message in one of them for you, hopefully this one. But there'll definitely be one in one of your placements for you. So let's get into this. Spirit, what is being hidden from Taurus that they need to know about? What's hidden from Taurus that they need to know about, Spirit? Okay. So it looks as though somebody feels like they should be receiving or given to a situation a bit more. So I've got a 6 of coins in the reverse. It's suggesting to me that they feel like they didn't give enough to a particular situation and that maybe they want to give back. It could also suggest that they feel like they didn't receive enough from a particular situation and now they want to receive. Let's get some clarity on that. I've got 5 of Swords in the upright. So whoever it is feels like there's been some deceit and some betrayal there. For Knight of Swords in the reverse. So there's been arguments. Weird. So that's all been shuffled, and I had these 3 cards come out in a reading for Libra, literally one after the other. So it might be worth checking Libra out if you've got any of that in your placements. So it looks to me like there's been some sort of argument, some sort of betrayal that's happened. Or there was a betrayal that has led to a giant argument, possibly something to do with finances. Maybe somebody was overspending in a relationship. Maybe there's been a job loss somewhere or pay rise hasn't been given. You know, that whole doing more work than what you're getting paid for kind of situation. And it feels like if they didn't get that pay rise, or they didn't get that pay rise, it feels like they're being stabbed in the back. Um, it does feel very much like they've had a massive argument and they've kind of lost steam. They've lost passion for whatever it was that they've been arguing over or with whoever they've been arguing with. They are very much planning to move or they're planning something now in secret. Whatever they are planning it is with regards to a decision that they're making, a decision that is going to change everything for them. So it's not a decision that they're going to go back on. Now, judgment can always be reconciliation as well. So this could be somebody that you've had an argument with potentially. Oh, and I think it very well might be. I've got a 2 of Cups here. So it feels like it could be reconciliation. Now, this could be 2 different things. It could just be one person's really annoyed that something hasn't happened and somebody else wants to come and reconcile. I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's the same person. But they're scared. They're scared that it won't balance out. They're scared of. So I think they've given. It feels like they may have feel like they've given more to a relationship, or they feel like you've given more, and they're scared that you won't take them back. They're scared that they're not going to be able to balance things with you, um, and potentially get that, that harmonious relationship. It does feel like there's a lot of regret here. They are aware that a decision needs to be made, and it's something that they need to make. I don't know if it's you making the decision or whether it's them making a decision. It could very well be that they're scared that you'll make a decision that doesn't include them, and that decision could very well be that you're going to walk away from them. Um, it is very much a crossroads decision, and when it's in the reverse, it can either be making that decision hastily or making it ignoring other people. And it does feel to me that they're scared that you will make it without them. So whether or not they want to reconcile and they're scared you're just going to say no. We do have a Four of Swords here in the reverse. So there's definitely some healing that's happened or going on. What's this Four of Swords? What's this Four of Swords in reverse? Jumping across the table. Okay. So whoever has been doing healing, they've been doing a lot of overthinking and they are now ready to move forward. What they've been overthinking about is what are their options? What choice do they want? And they've now decided, and it looks like their choice is you. I'll be completely honest. To me, it feels very much like, yeah, they want to release whatever burden they're carrying. So, whatever this argument may have been about that you've had with this person, they're ready to give it up. They're ready to release that burden. They've decided that you are what is good for them. They're now out of their own head with that decision. So, they're likely to move forward at some point and come and communicate with you. And they definitely want reconciliation here. We do have a Knight of Sword, though. So there could be a bit of an argument that they want to come and have. The Knight of Swords can be very much rash and hasty with words, and when it's in reverse, he can be a bit argumentative. Now, it could also just be that he's crap at communicating. So it could be that, I say he, could be a she. Whoever this is could just be really rubbish at communicating things. But I feel like it might be more of an argument. So they're trying to have courage and they're trying to be brave, but they're very hesitant at the same time. I feel like this person feels like you may have been the person that didn't reciprocate fully. And the reason why I'm saying that is because they've done a lot of thinking about it. They don't think that things will balance. They're scared that things won't balance, but they want you back. But at the same time, they're hesitant. They're trying to be brave because they want to stand up for themselves. They know that there's probably going to be some sort of argument that's going to happen, or things aren't going to, the communication isn't going to happen properly. So they're trying, but they're trying to multitask and possibly juggle. So maybe they're working multiple jobs, and it could be that the finances could be something that is an issue here, and maybe they're going to. To me, it feels like they feel like they're going to end up juggling a lot more. And we've got a 10 of coins here, so it does suggest to me that there has been some sort of financial loss. Now, it could even be that there will be a financial loss with this person. Maybe they are the person that is, maybe they've lost you money and they're worried and that they're going to have to stand up for themselves and that you'll be the one that hesitates. Look, this 10 of coins for that. I've got 7 of pentacles in the reverse. So there's definitely been some walking away here from something that they've invested into, or someone's invested into something and lost something. You know, they lost that investment and they're feeling left out, very much like they don't have anything anymore. I want to say abandoned, but it's not so much abandoned. It more feels like they feel like they're just poor and they're lacking things. They do see you as their other other half. They do feel like you've got a good connection here, and they are very much wishing on a star to make hope that things come back. I feel like they see you as their salvation. I really do. And we've got an emperor in the reverse. So I don't know if this person's a bit of a dictator, someone that likes to control the situation and basically make you do everything and then pretend like they're the victim. That's what I'm seeing here. I always say that the Five of Pentacles is very much a victim mentality because you always see them, they're always either in the snow, in the rain. This one you've got, they're just sitting there on the cold floor. But most cards, they're in a church or they're outside a church and they could go in. There's people there that'll help them, but they're just playing the victim. Oh, woe is me, no one's going to help me. But there's actually a lot of people around them that can help. And that's very much what I'm feeling with this Emperor as well, that they want you to do everything for them. They're very much trying to control the situations and trying to control things. I've got a Nine of Cups here, so they feel like you would make them happy and they want to put work into it. It could be that they feel like you are very skilled at work as well, but they know things aren't fair and they know things won't be fair. They don't want you necessarily to see them in a bad light as well. Potentially, it feels to me like they know they will have to put in some effort. It might be that they feel like things are going to be unfair on their side. Um, so if you do reconcile with them, there might be conditions that come along that they don't agree with because they don't feel like they're going to be fair. But it could just be that you come along with conditions of, you know, reciprocity, equal give and take, and they might be going, oh, well, I don't like that. It does feel to me very much like they do want to control the situation for their own happiness. Let's get some advice on this. Spirit, what should Taurus do when this person does approach them? What should Taurus do, Spirit? What's the best advice for Taurus for this situation? So, as daft as it sounds, I've got a King of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the King of Pentacles is not great with money. He's great at earning it, but he's not very great at keeping it. This is making me feel like I should say lose some money. I'm not saying that at all. What is making me more feel like saying is spend money on yourself, not necessarily someone else. King of Pentacles in the reverse likes to spend on himself as well. That's one of the reasons why he doesn't have much money. Um, I mean, if you have a look at him, he looks like he's covered in some sort of luxury garments and armor and whatever else. He's got his castle behind him. I want to say he's covered in grapes too. So, maybe he's got his own wineries. Um, but yeah, this particular one spends a lot of money on himself, and it is not particularly good at saving. So it does suggest to me, as weird as this sounds, it looks like this person sees you as somebody that could be a bit of a knight in shining armor to their lack of money. It's saying don't spend on them, spend on yourself. So if they come towards you wanting some money, just tell them you haven't got any and spend it on yourself so they can't say that you have. It does suggest to me, though, that you need to be cautious. I've obviously got stress and anxiety here. It's not telling you to have sleepless nights. I feel like it's telling you to be very cautious. Try not to let your guard down too quickly. Make sure you've got your barriers and watch and wait, see what actually happened, see whether this person has actually changed the tune, see if things, actions speak louder than words, very much before you put your guard down, have a look at what's going on. Now, it is okay to lower some boundaries. It does suggest reevaluating some of your boundaries as well. You might just have your boundaries up very, very high and you won't let anyone near. So it does suggest maybe reevaluating those a little bit. But also make sure you honor your own boundaries. And it does feel to me a little bit like as well, like you might chastise yourself for lowering your boundaries or for your own boundaries, It could be that this person could have the gift of the gab and they might tell you that your boundaries are unreasonable and things like that. And it feels like you might believe them when they're saying things like that. And this feels to me like that could give you sleepless nights. So it's very much suggesting that you don't be harsh on your own boundaries, make sure that you respect your own boundaries. You're allowed to lower your boundaries with yourself at the end of the day. And you're also allowed to renegotiate your boundaries and change them if you want to, but only if you want to. Don't let other people push your boundaries. And if you've got somebody that walks over your boundaries, then they're not for you. If somebody doesn't respect your boundaries, they don't respect you at the end of the day. And it's up to you whether or not you want to put up with being disrespected. But if they can disrespect you in that way, what other ways are they going to disrespect you? Right, so selecting which is oracle cards. Oh, you've got three. So we've got lavender for sleep. So make sure you're getting plenty of sleep. We've got cumin, faithfulness, and we've got chocolate, aphrodisiac. Interesting. So maybe you want to, I don't know, make sure that they're being faithful, have a bit of hanky panky, and get some sleep. Let's read what each of these are. So lavender. Clearly don't know what my alphabet is right now. Lavender. So, as a responsible magical practitioner, it's better to light candles instead of burning them at both ends. Late nights, parties, and work or home commitments have taken their toll on you, and the luggage under your eyes is living proof of sleepless nights. Shocker there. So, yeah, don't overwork yourself. I mean, that's what this Two of Pentacles is suggesting. You having to juggle and overwork. Anyway, do yourself a favour and get an early night. My scent is blessed with properties to relieve you of insomnia and in, induce deep sleep. Even though sleep is important for your well-being on all levels, you may need to call on me to lend you a helping hand in other ways. I have a soothing reputation as a natural alternative to help you relax, unwind, and let go of stress. So place me under your pillow, dab a few drops of essential oil onto your temples before bed, and you will nod off in no time. Groggy mornings will soon be a thing of the past as you awaken refreshed and vigorous. Sweet dreams. Cumin. I know a lot of people that love cumin. So seed of doubt has entered your mind and you've been questioning someone's loyalty as you look for signs of unfaithfulness. You too are reminded of a pledge you've made. Promises of fidelity and secret pacts arise to the surface, and your attention is drawn to a long-standing relationship. Fears of infidelity have risen, and violation of a contract causes emotional upheaval. Do not despair, for I am loyal to such a cause. My power guards against theft of any kind, including your heart. Sprinkle me on any dish for an earthy flavour that will keep you grounded as I protect you from deceit. My seeds put into bread and fed to a lover will keep love faithful and ensure that obligations are fulfilled. Loyalty and devotion are essential, my faithful friend, as as you are reminded to be true to yourself and your magical beliefs. And that's what's saying here. Be true to yourself. Um, I also said about that Ten of Pentacles about potential loss of income. So it does suggest that, they may try and take your money. So, potentially protect yourself from theft in many ways. Now, chocolate. Well, we all like chocolate. So chocolate then. You've been starved of pleasure and your need to be desired is reaching a boiling point. Let libido issues be a thing of the past. Explore every sensual area until you are aroused by a lust for life and diverted from an unhealthy, hedonistic lifestyle. For self-indulgence and a lack of restraint invites in addiction. Now carefully peel back my wrapper and inhale the heady delights of my aroma. Allow your taste buds to be tantalized as you become aroused by the erotic stimulant of my ingredients. I am the ultimate love potion, so pop me on your tongue and allow the power of Aphrodite, the goddess of love, to slide smoothly down your throat and deeply embrace the warm, simulative effects of my filter. Get in the mood as you light a few candles, play some soft music, and indulge your senses to get your mojo back. So it's very much suggesting there a lot of self-love, not necessarily jumping whenever somebody wants you to jump and loving yourself more. And if it's something where you're missing certain aspects of relationships, eat some chocolate. Right. I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Taurus. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, press the subscription button. And if you press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. Thank you very much for those of you that have already subscribed. It is very much appreciated. And for those of you that haven't subscribed but are going to subscribe, thank you very much. It does help grow the channel. And again, it is very much appreciated. I hope you enjoyed your reading today. Thank you very much for joining me and good luck.